Oh, here we are.
Sorry, we're just chatting. We're just talking. Hello, everyone. How are
Hello.
you today? Happy Thursday.
Happy freaking Thursday.
It
How's
feels like a
that?
finally, right? I'm
Uh,
grateful we have the show on Thursdays because I
me
feel
too.
like by the time we're doing it, we just have one day left
That's it.
and we'll be okay.
It's all going to work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, Elon's wonderful. Left a message earlier. Sadly, couldn't make it. Hopefully, Mara got her library card. Is Mara in the chat? Mara, are you watching yet? Maybe Mara's busy. Otherwise, I have to buy a very expensive cross-bladed ticket and drag her by the nostrils there myself.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's quite the visual.
wow! And there he is singing Shania Twain. We love that. Oh, my dad's second.
Larry.
Pixel naked big phone cult represents. So here's the deal.
Oh,
It's an inside joke.
I'm
So my
like,
dad and I have Pixel phones, Google Pixels,
okay.
and we have older versions.
Okay.
And our phone provider, I'm on a family plan with them.
Okay.
They're my family.
My family.
My family. They're offering this whole thing where it's like, hi, you can get the brand new Pixel for $0 if you trade in your old one, like no matter what it is. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so we're doing that.
Oh,
Anyways, so we're getting the big ones, and I'm kind of concerned. I'm like, I didn't realize it was bigger than mine, and now I'm
oh,
like, oh
like,
no, like
like not.
size wise,
Oh,
it's not like
okay.
crazy bigger, but
Yeah.
Anyway, we're
All
both
right.
getting the same phone.
All right.
Hello, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Remember to like and subscribe. That's a
Look at
lovely
this.
sentiment. Very
Brooke,
sweet.
have you read any good thrillers lately, Brooke?
Yeah, Brooke. What's going on with your thrillers? Oh, James with the is that a library card, James? Is that that's supposed to
That's
be?
all we see now, just library cards.
Hello,
Batman,
Batmanda.
she's
Glad to see
back.
you. We love that. Okay, hold on. Is this a
Oh,
first ever super chat?
Hayden.
Didn't even
Hey,
know if it worked. Wasn't even sure that these worked. Can't
that's
stay for
fair.
stream for sharing the love. Hayden, you're so sweet.
That's
You're so
so
sweet.
generous.
Mary, I'll write that down. And one day when Google releases that money, you're gonna get some
Listen,
of it. It's gonna be
listen.
great.
I'm here for the company. I'm here for the fun of it.
You're so nice, but I am writing it down.
Okay, if you
Hayden,
want to. No.
Hayden, you're lovely. We appreciate that. That's so sweet.
We should be paying Hayden something for all of his recommendations all the time.
Honestly, it's so true. 6.7-inch screen, Pixel 8 Pro to
Wow.
be precise. Okay, nerdying it up in the chat. Just
Okay. Well,
straight nerdy.
that's Larry's jam.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is. I haven't read anything recently. I'm slacking.
I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't wait till you wait till I reveal what I finished, and it's okay, but I don't know.
Well, listen, last week I had like nothing, nearly nothing. It happens. Mara is here. Hello, Mara. Mara, you were mentioned earlier, like
You were.
just a second ago.
Do your nostrils hurt?
Are you like Beetlejuice? How does that work? All right. Well, friends, we are here with the reading update. We are going to talk about what we've read since the last episode, what we're currently reading, what we hope to read at some point in our lives. But the number one thing we have to start with, Mary got a package. Mary is live unboxing a package at my request.
So here's what I get: this text message, and it's like, Reid just tracked the package. It's arrived. It's in your mailroom. I want you to open it live on the show tonight. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're like, this is weird.
This is how I know I trust you, because I'm just like, all right. I mean, it must be something good.
So I'll tell you, there's some things in there that you'll immediately see, and you can share those with the people. I want you to open the thing that's in another package last. Okay?
Okay. And just so everyone knows, Reid is watching and waiting for this moment. So this is also well, I don't think I could get through our reading update without opening this box. Like, when you have something to open, you can't just like let it sit around.
Right.
But Reid was like, I want you to open it first before you do any like book talk. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
So this is a live unboxing.
What's
Who
funny?
are we? Like,
Brooke
Uh-oh.
is so excited about this because she knows what's happening.
What the heck's going on?
There's a secret in there.
Is
I've
this
been waiting so long, a few days.
a Lucy Foley
Yeah, it's
subscription
like a
box?
target practice thing where you can like oh, that's so funny.
All right, here we go. Who are we like? Are we Jess like his like, the show he does with Freddie with the toys, doing
Oh,
live
yeah. Live
unboxings?
unboxing. Yeah, what is it? Jester's Toy Box, I believe?
Yes, this is Kristen's, I don't know, I'm not
Mystery
clever.
box. Our
Mystery
mystery
box.
box.
Sorry if I'm shaking the table like crazy. Oh, does that sound good on?
I
Oh
like
boy.
it. Should we
See,
make you bigger? Is that gonna make you feel weird?
just wait till I get the stuff out.
Okay. You're like, don't do it now.
Okay. All right. Hang on. What does Larry think of my knife?
Dad?
What do you
It
think?
looks nice.
I mean, it was like $12 on Amazon. It's nothing
Okay.
special.
Do you like carry it around?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
don't. The other day I had it in my pot. Okay, hold on. What am I supposed to do again?
Okay. There's a thing inside like a manila thing.
Okay, that goes last.
That's the last thing.
Oh.
So this was also
I feel the need to say y'all.
There's a special note from Reid in there.
I was going to say, Kristen and Reid are serious. There's a note in here. It says, please open on air for reading update, and it's underlined. And of course, cat paper.
Yeah. And that is
okay.
Reid was like, I put that in there just in case. I was like,
okay. So I'm allowed to show the people. I can show everybody what's in here. Oh, and there's a letter in here too. Should I read this?
Sure.
From Reid?
From Reid.
Oh, dear Mary, this is Reid. I'm writing you because I forgot to tell Kristen to do it before I packed up everything. So you'll have to settle for So you have to settle for everyone, I'm so sorry. Reid, I'm so sorry.
It's ready.
So you'll have to settle for a poorly written note from me. These are some random goodies. Plus one special thing. Thanks for being cool and great. I'll leave you with 4 immortal words. Pee pee poo poo.
Reid's very excited you read the letter. My dad says, nice blade.
Thank you.
Jess is here just in time for the unboxing, Jess.
Hi, Jess. Here's the letter.
Lovely.
As if I'd make up that, right? All right.
He said, my handwriting is so bad. I don't think it's that bad, Reid.
Oh, I see things already. A wind-up flash?
Listen.
I love wind-up
I'll make you bigger. Do you like wind-up things?
Yes. Who doesn't love wind? What kind of psycho doesn't like a wind-up toy?
Honestly, it's a great question.
It's so cute.
I'm wondering if he's going to be really fast. You'll just have to wind him up a lot to make him really fast.
I bet Jess likes him.
I bet he does.
All right.
Oh, Cycle's in the chat. Hello, Cycle.
Cycle yelling.
Cycle's the real MVP up in here.
See, I knew I was getting this, but I forgot. So this is something I listened to on audio, and I was telling Kristen that I bet I would appreciate, because it's an essay collection, and if anybody's read any Samantha Irby, she's fantastic and hysterical and funny.
I mean, the cutest covers too, right? They're always animals.
Yeah. And normally we say the opposite thing, like, oh, you got to listen to the audio. The narration's great, this and that. And she does do her own audiobook, so it is great. But she's somebody that I think I would benefit from actually seeing the words on paper, and I think I would enjoy it more that way. So thank you. What's this honker? Cats, everyone. Johnny Wander, our cats are more famous than us.
Literally me. But also, so I have to tell you, I saw these. Ooh. There were several like new copies at my library sale.
What?
That I stumbled upon a few weeks ago, and I was like, because like you fill a bag and it's like $5 or something. So
nice.
I was like,
this
all right,
cool.
Well, yeah. And I've read it. It was years ago though, so I can't remember exactly. But I was like, you know what? I'll grab one from Mary. Like, why not?
Thank you.
So even if you hate it, like, it's fine.
Oh, you always talk about this. Cody and the Creepies. Thank you.
I know, like, the last time I mentioned it, you're like, "That's on Hoopla, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but if I find a copy, I'm gonna get her a copy." So I found a copy.
Oh, wow. This art's really cool too. Oh, I'm excited because you always talk about this, and Reid too. Reid loves this book too, right?
Yeah, we both do.
Um,
By Liz Prince, who did, Tomboy. I don't know if you ever read that,
yes, I did
but
read Tomboy.
yeah, I thought you did, yeah.
I can't remember if I liked it.
Yeah, it's the spoopy season.
Spoopy. Cool. All right.
Are we down to the wire? I think we're
Yes.
down to the end, right?
Okay.
All right?
Oh boy. All right. I'm gonna throw this.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna be Larry. Ready?
Okay, I gotta make you big for this one. I have
Okay.
to. I have to.
I just open it.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna. I see that this is the front, so I'm gonna show everyone before I actually look. You'll be seeing it with me.
Oh,
Is
nice.
what I'm
I
trying
like
to
that.
say. If I can. No way! You know what? You know what? Oh my! This is amazing.
Did you read it? Did you
I
read it?
did.
Attention, Mary, read more, and that's an order. I love that he even doodled his chin.
Can I tell you? You know, I'll be really honest. When you're like, "Oh, there's something that I want," I was like, deep down, I was like, "Oh my god, I hope it's something Sergeant Slaughter." I swear to God, I thought that.
That's amazing.
I cannot believe this. Thank you so much.
You're
So this
welcome.
might feel weird. People are probably thinking, "Why is Mary so excited over this?" So, um, with Reid being at what was the actual Owensboro Comic Con?
Owensboro Toy and Comic
Toys.
Con? Yeah.
So I think it was after the first day. I was like, I never really like I wanted to see who else was there, with you guys. So I was scrolling. I'm like, Sergeant Slaughter's there. So I messaged you and I said, "Oh my God, Sergeant Slaughter's there," or whatever. And you're like, "Oh, I'll try to sneak a picture of him, like take a picture of him." Like, that'd be so cool. This is so cool. Like I grew up, back to why I'm excited over this. This was like the only time in my life when I was much younger that I followed wrestling, with the likes of like Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter and all these other people, um, Macho Man, Randy Savage, like all those people. That's when I was like really into wrestling and thoroughly enjoyed it. But he was one of my dudes. I don't know if
Yeah,
this is matching up to my personality, so I'm sorry if I'm shocking some people,
I
but
I love it. I love it so much. When you
yeah.
texted me that, you were like, "Oh, ha ha ha, Sergeant Slaughter's there." I'm like, "Okay, I know what I'm doing." So when I got there on Sunday, I'm like, "Is he still here, Reid? What's going on?" Because I was a little late, and Reid was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, you go see him." And I was like, "I don't want to do it alone. I'm scared. He's big."
He's very nice. Was he very nice?
He was so
Yeah.
sweet. He was so
Yeah.
sweet.
'Cause
Yeah,
I've talked to him at cons before, but I never got anything from him. I don't know why. Um, but when I have talked to him, he's been very sweet. So,
yeah, he was lovely. He was.
yeah,
I think we found out he's like 71.
he's up there.
Didn't look it though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
didn't at all. Yeah, Reid said genuinely lovely. He was
Oh,
insistent on shaking everyone's hands,
yep,
and
yep.
yep.
So cool. Thank you so much,
You're
Reid and
welcome.
Kristen. Aw.
Isn't that a great autograph too? Just
It
like
is.
he took up
Attention,
the whole
Mary.
yeah, and he took up the whole thing. That was
Yep.
Reid's idea, by the way. Reid was like, can you put something about like reading more?
Yep, yep,
And then his handler was like, "Oh, and that's in order." And he was like,
yep.
"Yeah."
It's so funny. I know I don't talk about my sister much. People might not even know I have a sister, but she is gonna be so jealous because she also loves Sergeant Slaughter.
Text her right
I'm gonna
now.
I'll take a picture of it
Do
later.
it.
That's awesome. Yay!
Well, I'm glad
Thank
you liked
you.
it. Oh,
Awesome.
Brooke said this is the happiest day of my life. So I was like, well, I can't. I wanted so badly to send you the photo of the autograph, right? But I was
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
can't ruin it. I was like, I just wanted to. And then I think Brooke was like, have her open it on air. I was like, okay, you got it.
Great
Like,
idea,
yes,
Brooke.
great idea. And then I was telling Rita, I was like, how's it? What if it doesn't get there in time? So I was tracking it all day. That's how I was
And
like, okay, now you have a package and it says at the front door, but I don't know if that's right.
it's so funny because I got a notification in my email, and at work we're going through all these like trainings and stuff about not clicking on links and this and that. I mean, it was in my personal email, but still it was up on my computer at work, and I'm like, it says I got a package from Reid Chancellor. I'm like, Is this spam? Is this like is a virus gonna download onto my computer? So I was afraid to click it, and then later on you text me. I'm like, oh, I guess that was real.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I could surprise you with that. It's very exciting.
So cool. And like you said, what a great autograph.
You even like did the doodle of the chin,
Yeah.
wrote a
Yeah.
whole thing, and then like
Yeah.
it's just and it's laid out perfectly around his face. I don't know. I was like, this is great.
He's a pro. He's from those days,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, absolutely.
So I know you're probably like, oh, maybe you'll get back into wrestling.
If you do, I'll have to be like, what's happening in that? I don't
Oh,
watch like TV wrestling. Yeah,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
but get me into it, Mary. That'll be great. Oh, James wants to know if I have a rant from the con, and
Do
Jess is here
you?
for the rants. I don't question mark like
I was gonna say if you do, I don't know of it yet.
I don't think I do. I
But
don't
you know
think I do.
what?
I think my dad had more than me, and he didn't really. He eventually changed his mind on ranting.
Larry, we knew you were gonna end up having a great time. So I'm glad you did.
Knew from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. And you promised in your video that I watched that you going back next year, so
Mm-hmm. He did say that. Jess also said our t-shirts are strong. Yeah.
thank
I think we
you.
have some good t-shirts.
I wore my
Thank you.
Pac-Man shirt purposely because I pre-ordered something this week. They're releasing like a new version of the Atari 2600. I think it's called the Atari 2600 Plus, and it comes with a cartridge that looks like the old ones, but I think it has 10 games on it. But you can play the old 2600 games on it, so I am so excited. And obviously it's like an HDMI connection, like more
Mm.
for modern TVs. Because remember when I was carrying on that I found my old system from my
But then you're
youth?
like, I don't have a tube TV. Yeah.
I don't have all I found was the actual unit, and like I don't have the adapters. I have no power source for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's be honest, even if I did, I'd still be pre-ordering the new one because I just have to have it.
It's so cool that they're doing that
I
too. Like, yeah,
know.
that's awesome.
And in comparison to other gaming systems, like I mean, anybody can look it up. We all have Google, but it's $129.
Mm-hmm.
They really could have robbed me for more money for that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I really appreciate that.
Oh, Mara's like, Mara,
Well,
are you gonna go buy it, Mara?
we'll get you the link.
Yeah, we'll hook you up. Well, you were talking like maybe you did not read a lot.
I didn't read a ton.
Did you read anything physically?
No.
Okay, I have one physical book. The rest are digital. So
Did I?
should I jump into that?
Sure.
Okay, you're like, did I?
I don't
I
think
did.
I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, okay.
Physical book.
I reread Hellphone by
Oh,
Benji
yes.
Nate. Mara, you should read this, Mara. I do think you'd really like it. Which is about a possessed flip phone that these two girls find. And it starts, like, they pick it up and it starts talking to them. And there's murder involved, as there is. It's a hell
Oh.
phone. I will say you'll get to the end of this and be like, where's the rest? Because it is part one. When's the
Oh.
rest? I have no idea. I hope it comes because I really liked it. And I really liked it the second time around. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Thanks, James. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah. Well, you didn't read physically, you read. Did you?
Ethereally.
Yeah. Because Halloween, nice.
Yes.
All right, let's start with your lovely slides because, like, look at this great cover photo. I love it so much. I love it so much.
I mean, he just really wants to say like these are my reads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just love the thought you put into this. It looks very nice.
I worked hard this week.
It looks really nice. What? Oh, there's even a description?
That's a cheat for me. I wanted to look like I was putting extra effort in, but that's just so I don't stumble.
It's so cute, though. I like it. I
Thank
like
you.
how you did that.
So I don't know who I am now. Apparently, I'm not only buying single issue comic books, I'm buying single issue digital.
It's amazing.
Listen, I'm supporting our hobby, right? I don't know what else to say. I have no excuses for myself.
I love it.
Just saying. So, your friend, Reed's friend, Kyle Starks, when we were at Heroes Con, um, towards the end of the con, as we were like adding to our large piles, I'm like, "Oh, Kristen, I never went over to Kyle's table. I want to support him." And you and Reed were both like, "Oh, you should, you're giving me suggestions on what I should buy." And so I go over to the table, and Kyle wouldn't let me pay for anything. So he's like, "No, you're friends with Reed and Kristen, like, it was, I didn't get to talk to you that much, but blah blah blah." He was like super nice, and he autographed 2 books for me and did a little doodle, and I know I've showed them before here. But my point is, I I said to him, I'm like, "All right, I will accept these books that you're giving me. That's so nice, but I'm going to make sure that soon." I mean, took me a little bit of time here, but
Not that
like
much.
I wanna, like, shell out some money, and granted, I know this is 2 single issues, but I can tell you, when this thing's released, I mean, is it asking too much that they, off the bat, like, release a deluxe hardcover?
Oh,
Be
that'd be great.
because, I don't know, whatever comes out, I'm buying it. Maybe I'll even pre-order it, but I will I anybody, even I was gonna say, if you love dogs, if you love pets, you love cats, whatever the case, you love animals, you need to read this. But the story's so good, even it for me, obviously, that's the big draw, was the animals. I mean, there's this one little dog in there named Juniper. Oh my goodness. So cute. But anyway, so obviously you see from my little cheat right up here, it's a canine superhero team for the Marvel universe. There's these like, D-Dog, Chewy, Lucky, Bats, and then everybody knows Lockjaw, right? Um, it's just a great story. There are times I like really giggled hard, but you really start rooting for these animals. I believe it's only going to be 4 issues. Um, so I think the next one comes out like in a couple weeks. But for the first time ever, I was on Comixology, and I did the, what do they call it, subscribe. So like when the
Mm.
next one is released, you just get charged and it shows up in your account.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
yeah, so I did that for the series. But it's so good. Just trust me. If you love animals, you have to read this. Um, but I don't, when I say that, I don't want to take away from the writing, because it's great. Like, kudos to Kyle on this, because it's sharp, it's witty, it's funny. Um, but yeah, 5 stars, both issues. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I put, how we are, right, Kristen? Like, if we read it in single issues,
Oh yeah.
that's how it's
Yeah,
going on
that's
Goodreads.
right. Yeah.
That's right. So, I don't know if I put the second one up, but I definitely will. But yeah, definitely recommend all around.
I love that you're doing that, James, with the information. So
Ah,
October
nice.
25th is the next one.
Thanks, James.
Um, Speaking of Kyle and this book in particular, this is one of my con pickups. He
Sweet.
was like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Great." So I'm looking forward to reading it too. Actually, I haven't read it yet. I remember him pitching it though, not pitching it, but he was like, "Yeah, this is what I pitched, and I can't do it, so then I have to do this." So I remember him talking about it, but I haven't gotten to read it yet. So I'm really excited. I love that you read it. You
Yeah.
beat me to it. So hopefully by next time I'll have at least read
Okay,
this
cool.
one for sure.
There were a couple moments too, like I didn't expect to. I don't want to spoil anything, but um, one of the dogs, you end up really feeling for her. Like, there's a lot of heart written into one of the dogs, and you just, very, it had a little bit of everything for me, which I love. There was the good writing, the cuteness, um, and then the heart. And then there's also, your typical superhero stuff too. So it was a good combo.
I love that. Love that. Jess is outraged in the chat that he had to pay for Kyle's books. I see how.
Well,
Hey Jess, you did almost knock over his entire table
oh
of books,
no.
so there is that.
Well,
I
Jess,
think you owe him money, actually.
in all fairness, we walked around with him a lot. Like, I was with you and Reed with him a lot,
It's true.
so I had a little more time to, like,
You had a connection. Yeah.
a little connection there. That's all.
Yeah. No big deal. You're just
What?
besties now.
Wow, Brooke. Brooke's coming out firing.
Just like Barrymore. Jess agrees.
Oh, Jess.
I told Kyle he was the best Rick and Morty writer, and he agreed. He was like, yeah.
That must have been a fun interaction, like watching Larry and Kyle talk.
It was weird. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely weird. Well, and my dad's heard about him for forever
course.
now, it feels like, and he never got to meet him, so that was really cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. He was also like, I hate this place, volume 2, and I'm so excited for this. I will definitely be rereading the other one and reading this soon. So that's actually on my TBR that I'm going to be talking about later. I don't know why I brought it up, but there we are.
It's all right.
There we are.
Isn't he cute?
He's so cute. I like his little expression too.
Right.
It looks like his hands are like.
Yeah, I had to make. He was kind of like doing this.
I love that. Oh, we do love a confident king. I like how you said that.
It's true. It's true.
Jess is just going around knocking over every table. Jess, I'm telling you, next time, don't bring a suitcase again. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Your new con strategy should be not knocking over tables. Proceed. Sorry, Mary.
That's okay. I was just picturing Jess's suitcase that just
I was too.
Just flopping all over the place.
I still have a bruise on my shin, I think, from where it fell against me.
Definitely, there has to be some kind of wagon going on next time.
100% a wagon, yeah.
Yeah, you could really bling it out too. Just really do it up.
Put Harley Quinn all over it. I know you like that.
That's so true.
Yeah, just a red wagon because she's red. Black wheels because she's black, red and black.
Yes.
Like her
outfit,
rather. Yeah.
All right. Killers of a Certain Age. I think I started this in an ebook, and then my work week started. I'm like, if I want to even possibly finish this, I have to listen to it on audio on the train. So that's what I did. So it's basically about these older women who they're assassins, basically. They're in, I would guess, similar to like the CIA, but they don't say that. I forget. Oh, they call it the museum. Like that's like the code word for where, who they work for. And they're right at the retiring age. They're like pretty much like what they think is going to be like their last mission. But then of course, chaos ensues, and they're out on a cruise, and they, things happen. And let's just put it this way, there's one more thing they have to work on. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was enjoyable. And it was different in the sense you don't often get to read about, assassins who are, close to 60 or in their 60 years old age range, which I did think that was kind of cool, because you don't really, at least nothing that I've come across. I don't really see that much. So I enjoyed it. The narration was really good. I gave it 3 stars. I didn't like rock my world, but I did enjoy it.
I love that. This is one that I've been seeing around. So I was curious how you ultimately felt. I may still have to check it out for sure.
I think you should. And the other thing, I think I mentioned this last time. I didn't realize that it's a bit just splashes of historical fiction in it, which I enjoyed. And like I said before, I think I said this, that if historical fiction isn't your jam, or it's something that makes you kind of go, oh, I don't know if I like that. When I say splash, I mean splash. And everybody, even if if you failed every history class, you'll still get it. So I thought it was cool the way they did that.
Awesome. Love that.
Thanks.
All right. I think that's the last one, right?
That is the last thing I don't know what happened.
It's still good. That's still good.
Thanks.
Cut yourself some slack.
Well, you know what it was? This happens every week. We at the end of the show, I guns a-blazing. I'm ready to read, and then
same.
Over the Friday, over the weekend, I tend to get a little more done, and then work starts again, and it just slows life down.
Yeah, it definitely makes it hard.
Yeah.
I also like the red and black cover design.
Me too.
It's a good vibe. So, I guess I read some things. This slideshow will feature photos from several years ago from my phone. That's the vibe.
Oh, that's fun.
That's the vibe. Are they all our cats? Yeah, maybe. So The Wicked Unseen. I listened to this.
Okay.
I liked the audio narration. I can't really say more than that because I will be talking about it this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern with just Jessica. We're going to go into a deeper dive on it. There's a lot to talk about here. There's a religious cult. There is murder, maybe. There is.
Ah.
And there's like thriller vibes. And I say vibes because it is young adult. And, you know, there's a difference between adult thriller and also,
Yeah.
again, vibes. I have a lot to say about this. So if you are interested, I do have a rating already.
You
I
know,
don't know if I should ruin that, but
if Jess was still here, I'd like to say and share this statement with him. When you say you have feelings on something, it always I always like go, ooh, like I kind of like brace
Mm,
myself, like what's to come, you know?
will there be a rant?
Or maybe
Maybe.
you're trying to throw us.
Yep, maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
And yeah, Willow, that is the lovely little Willow. She got the tongue. That's right. She's blepping.
And is that how Willow felt about the book? She's like,
uh,
it's all right.
you know what? Maybe. Maybe. She's got a lot of thoughts and feelings too. You're just going to wear a Pokemon shirt during your review. Is it Pokemon Day?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. Why I don't understand the question, I guess.
See, Jess knows.
Yeah, that's when she has thoughts. That's
That's
true. Thoughts
right.
and feelings.
That's right. Thoughts and feelings.
That's all. I may have thoughts and feelings about a lot of things on this slideshow. So let's keep
Oh.
going here. So there's the lovely Buffy and Willow hanging out. That's our old couch. Looks so weird. Or floor. Anyway. No one cared about that. I've read through some of my arcs, Mary. In fact, I'm down to one.
I have not.
It feels good getting them off the shelf, though. Like it's real, the digital shelf. It's very nice. So I did get an advance reader copy of The Cat from the Kimono. This
Okay.
is, I believe, oh, it's Humanoids. I was like, it says it right there. I was like, it's Humanoids, right?
I was gonna try to
Humanoid.
guess, like as if I knew, but I saw it.
I totally forgot. Of course, the title made me be like, oh, I have to read this.
Okay.
But it's not what I thought it would be. So it has like some fairy tale kind of folklore-y things throughout it that kind of connect all the comic parts. So it starts off with illustrations and like a paragraph of text. And then there's several pages of that. And then it goes into a comic and then it does it again. And then it goes into a comic, then it does it again. Yeah. And I was already annoyed by this, but the illustrations are beautiful. So I was like, okay, maybe I can get behind it, right? If I like the story. And there's obviously a cat involved. So what happens is this woman who has a cat patterned kimono, the cat leaps off of it one day, one of them.
I see that.
Yeah, and then can't find his way back to the kimono.
Oh,
Like, because she
no.
walks off, and then so he can't find his way home. So then he like meets all these people and keeps trying to find his way back until the end. And in words and theory, that sounds nice, right? That sounds maybe pleasant, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, no.
I remember being halfway through it and Reid was like, "What are you reading?" I told him. He's like, How are you feeling about it?" And I was like, "I don't like it."
Oh,
Like,
no.
I ultimately think I landed on like 2 stars for this.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hate it. There were aspects I liked, like the art and the fact that cats were involved, obviously. But I'm glad I didn't buy it. And I feel like this is one I would have blindly bought. So I'm actually really happy that I got it in
Yeah,
advance and now I know, you know.
that's the best.
So, yeah. And as I say so confidently, I give it 2 stars. I'm kind of wondering, did I?
Why do
And
we
I
do that?
and if I didn't, am I gonna change it live on air?
Do
Probably.
it.
You know, it's okay. I gave it 2. We're good. Why do we do that? Yeah, Pocket Monsters, Audrey. Oh, James, I didn't realize you'd read it. So, okay, it didn't even
Oh.
cross my mind that that was a reference. That's funny. I actually should wear, I have a Pokemon shirt, so.
And we're like, "Oh my,
James.
is it Pokemon Day?"
Yeah, James, it's a good idea. I'm writing it down. It's such a good idea. Okay. Pokemon shirt.
Do we think Just Jessica has a
No,
Pokemon shirt?
absolutely not. No.
Wow,
But I
confidence
do.
there.
Well, I've never heard her say anything about Pokemon ever in her
But
life, so.
did you ever think I'd be a Sergeant Slaughter fan?
You know, it didn't surprise me actually. Like, I was just
Really?
like, well, because I knew you
Oh,
said you
it
liked
fits with
wrestling as a
the
kid.
yeah, okay, okay.
So I was like, oh, this makes sense. But also made me laugh because I was like, I one didn't even know this guy was here. Two wouldn't have known who he was.
You'd be like, "There's this army dude. Why is he signing stuff?"
Like something about G.I. Joe, I'm confused. Okay, so the next one up was also an arc called Transitions, as you can see. There's little Buffy beside the book. I ultimately gave this 3 stars. So this was about a mother. It's a true story, nonfiction, translated from French, which I think some translations. It makes me wonder if I would have read it in its native language, if I would have maybe taken something different away from it. I don't know, but and that's
That's
not always the
fine.
case. But this was about a mother whose trans son comes out to her, and she struggles with it a lot. She has to learn a lot, teach herself a lot. She does not have a good reaction, so she wants to put those feelings and reactions and experiences down and ultimately like put together this book. In this book, there are a lot of like truly excerpts from I don't know if they're like I don't not like a textbook, but like a peer reviewed
Okay.
something or another, right?
Mhm.
Because they were all sourced. So there were like bits of the book that were like, here's a lot of information on one page. And I read it all. Some of it is interesting, obviously, but it certainly like hurt the flow.
Of
You know,
course.
had it just been her talking and not here's a copy paste of like
Yeah.
a thing that maybe you should know about animal biology. She was an animal biologist, which I think also made her want to like put together the book in a certain way. Ultimately, again, I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I do think anyone who's interested in the subject matter may really enjoy it. Just know that there are going to be like balls of text sometimes, and for
Yeah.
me, that's never my favorite.
I know it's funny you say that because we are obviously people that read a lot of prose and but when you it does, it takes you out of the story, it ruins the flow for I'll say us because I think anytime it's mentioned like what's that book that Reid wanted like we were joking, Reid wanted you to read it.
Oh,
Uh Jess likes it too, I know.
the
Um
Elteenville Club, is that
yeah,
right? Yeah,
but that I mean you know, that's all in bubbles, but there's so much
so much of
text.
it.
I don't know.
And that is funny because like but it's a different vibe, right? Like you go into prose and you know it's going to be a certain way and that's what you want
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
There's something about the mixture here, and especially again it was like here's an excerpt of like a direct sentence from this thing, and I was like, I just want to hear your perspective and what happened to
Yeah,
you, and
yeah.
I don't necessarily need this, education element, but I also understand that that's what helped her understand things better.
Well,
So,
good for her.
yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah. But it took me out of the book. Oh, here's Jess loving Elteenville.
See? I know, a lot of everybody loves that.
Yeah,
Well, almost everybody.
Cycle, you're right. It doesn't seem up my alley. And that's why I haven't read it. All right. The next thing I read was another
Oh.
arc. Although this one has since come out. So I was behind. Kind of like you and Lights, right? Like we're like
Whoa,
sometimes,
whoa.
hey, I'm just
Hey,
you mentioned it
hey.
last time.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Kim enjoyed Sheets, right?
Oh,
And then she read Delicates
okay.
recently. She's like,
I love
"Hey,"
that.
she was way behind. She's like, are there any more of those Sheets books? I'm like, well, I have Delicates on the shelf. So I handed it to her. She read it in one night. And
Love that.
the other day she goes, when are you going to buy a copy of that third one? I'm like, well, okay. I mean, like,
You're like, "How about you buy it for me?"
yeah.
Like, how about
I
that?
said, well, when I place my next order, I'll probably get a copy, but I read it digitally. Oh, I thought maybe you bought it already.
Oh.
She, she just read Delicates.
I love that she's doing that though, and she's
Yeah, she
enjoying
does.
them.
Yeah, she loves that. She loves that series.
That's cool. Hello, true graphic novel fan.
Hello there.
Superman and Eltonville are battles I've given up on.
Yeah, you're
Jess, I don't know if you heard, but I recently liked the Superman books. So
don't listen. You
hey,
either no, don't
either it
you
is or
say
isn't, right?
because you're like, well, this
I
isn't
mean, it's
really a
not
Superman
really.
book. So now you're
Listen,
just trying to
Superman's in the
claim it.
title. I didn't like a Superman book.
That's the book I also have on my shelf and I haven't read.
That's funny.
What's it? Superman versus what?
Meshy, I think.
Meshy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good
Now
time.
wait. Well, here we go. We can flip this on Jess. Now will Jess read that title because
Yes.
it's Superman. Yes, it's manga. I
In
forget
fact,
though. Which way
yes.
does it read? I forget. Does it go?
Left to right?
Yeah, I
Right
can't
to left?
remember.
Oh, it's right to left. Yeah. We read left to right.
Yes.
Yeah, right to left.
That's right.
But Jess, you should read Joker Operation Joker,
Mm.
which is like $2 or something on IST right now. Did I throw it in on my order I placed the other night, Mary? Yes, I
Oh,
absolutely
you did place it.
did. I
Okay,
place the
good.
order? Literally like last night. Yeah. And I got lights because I didn't get my physical copy yet.
Not to interrupt your next read, but I want to
Yeah.
ask the chat a
I
question.
interrupted it.
I want to ask the chat if they think this is a ridiculous question. If they think Wolverine Volume 4, if you think the omnibus is going to go lower than 50% on IST. Because right now, Kristen and I are watching it and we're waiting. We want lower.
Yeah, that's true. I was like 50%. You can do better. You can do better. I
Yeah,
think
when I messaged you that, you weren't impressed. I could tell.
I was like, I mean, I knew it would happen, but I wanted to go down.
What do you think? What do you want? 60% and then you're good?
I mean, I'd prefer more, but 60% I'll really think about it.
All right, fair.
At this point,
Fair.
I'm just like, nah. But 60%, I really consider it. What do you
All
think?
right. Well, wait, what's Cycle saying? All right, Cycle, we get it. You only read indie stuff. We get it.
Listen, Cycle. Joker Operation Joker is
Gimmicks.
bonkers, and it's great. What's great is they're actually by like mangaka, you know, like they're actually produced by the mangaka. That's awesome. There's one
Yeah.
volume apparently. It's not cheap enough.
Because, we've read the first 3.
Yeah, you know how we do.
Oh,
Listen,
is that about manga?
I think so. Have I mentioned how much I love Willow? I know. Look at her face. She's got her mouth open in this one. I love the shot.
It looks like she took the selfie herself.
I know, right? She's so good at cameras. Let's see. Have you read any Supergirl stories? Like, for instance, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I have read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I liked it. I've also read Supergirl Being Super, and I think that's it. But I liked them. She's better than Superman.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, if they offered to pay me $20, I'd probably pass. I wouldn't. You can read it like that, like Joker Operation Joker, real quick. Another Kristen recommendation that turned out great. Oh, is Netflix's live action One Piece. Despite some truly dumb premises, 3 Sword style. Dad, don't say that about Zoro. It's pretty fun and gets a lot better as it rolls on. I told you it got better too, and I'm glad you liked it. And it's very exciting that you can understand references now. I've been telling Mary she's gotta get into it.
I didn't say no.
Yeah, I know. It's not like a Schitt's Creek.
Correct.
Also, there's only 1 season, so
correct.
8 episodes. It's not too bad. But this is big news. This is a big deal that my
That
dad even
is
remotely liked it, actually.
yeah,
So
that is cool. I like that.
I just love how you're caught up on the three sword style when there's fishmen, Dad. Why is there's fishmen?
Well, your dad likes weapons and stuff,
I
so
know, but he should like that there's like a lot of sword battles and stuff. Apparently he reads lots of non-indie.
okay, okay,
Uh,
Cycle.
I'd love to read this Superman Joker manga, but I really just struggle with format. I mean, when I say they're like so fast though, and this is coming from someone who's not a fast reader. I can't read manga in 2 seconds like some people claim. But
Oof, oof.
just saying, um,
I have an
it's
idea.
worth it. Yeah.
Jess, what if Kristen gifted you these books, but she's gonna rip out the pages and put them in the
Ooh.
right order and glue it all
Oh, just
together?
yeah, just like cut out the panels and then
Yeah,
just
and
paste
just,
them
like,
back.
glue them all in a notebook.
Oh, that would take forever, wouldn't it?
But I bet you would you do it for him? For one of them?
For what I
No?
think one of them actually that'd be really funny. Yeah, it's a great idea. I just caught up on Saga and love it. It's good.
Oh, Cycle, I need to do that. I fell off somewhere. I probably read, like, maybe the first 4 trades or so, and then I just fell off, and then it just seemed like such a commitment to go back to it, but I do wanna do that one day.
Yeah, I feel the same, and that's kind of what I did as well. So,
Yeah.
Buddy Reed.
Buddy Reid.
Oh, Cycle. Whose team are you on? What is this?
It's a trick.
Yeah, I don't hate all of them apparently. Oh, what could a Wolverine 4 even be? Cycle. We don't know. We don't know.
Don't ask these silly questions. We don't know. We just want it.
Okay, Jesse, thank you. I can like something within the
Yes.
super world, right?
Yes.
And look, crypto, any dog is cool. Just didn't read that. Love that. Okay, I love that Zorro dude eventually just goes with one sword. Much cooler. The fishmen were awesome. Yeah, the fishmen were awesome, but like
Here we go
also
again.
also he never goes with just one sword. He'll
You
always
think
have three swords.
even hearing about the show, can I use a y'all? Y'all sound like you're smoking something.
Listen, and I get it, but the fishmen are awesome. Like you're gonna
I'm sure. You
it's
know what's
it's a good
funny?
time.
This came up at work today. Somebody was this guy Sean was talking about One Piece because he read a lot of the manga and he was like, "Oh, you got to watch the show on Netflix." And like he was like raving about it too, saying like his wife, reads One Piece and all that, but they both agreed, like what everybody else is saying, um, that even if you've never read it at all or know anything about it, you can watch the Netflix series and love it.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Because there's so much of like, even if you've never watched the anime or anything, because there's a million episodes of the
Yeah.
anime, there's a million
Oh yeah.
chapters
That.
of the
Yep.
manga. So,
Yep.
Saga's gonna rip our heart out. Yeah, I've heard that.
Uh,
Okay, Mara's logging off early tonight. We'll catch up tomorrow during my tat sesh. We're happy to
hey.
be with you during your tat sesh. That's exciting. Send us a photo after, please.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going. You didn't share that in the group chat.
No, what is that about, Mara? Keeping
Well,
things from us.
how dare you? Catherine, are you there? How dare she?
I mean, Cycle, you're right. Ridiculousness is a staple of manga. It's
It's
true
true.
in a great way.
That's fair.
Hey, wait, I have a rant about Kristen. How dare you? Did you read Lights without me? I thought that was our thing, and getting Brent on the show hurt feeling. Jess, I read
Uh-oh.
Lights months ago.
Uh-oh.
I read Lights before a lot of people. I got an arc of Lights.
Jess.
So, just saying, I read it before a
But
lot of people.
Kristen.
I would reread it because I love Lights.
Kristen.
Yeah.
Let's really look at his message though. He's upset because he feels that's your bond. That's all.
What's hilarious to me is I've told him this.
I think I feel like I've heard it myself on a live show with you too,
Yeah.
but I can't jump on Jess for this because I forget things left and right. So
Hey, and I do too, and I get it.
yeah, It's
It's a
a
secret.
secret.
Nope. I put it on Goodreads and everything. I think I shouted that from the roof of every top. The roof of every where
Mountain top?
all of the all I was
Mountain
going
tops?
with a rooftop situation, like
Rooftops,
shouted from the
okay.
rooftop, but it didn't work out. But yeah, I told everybody. I was like, "Yay, I got the lights are," because I didn't think I'd get it. So,
Nice.
but I will read it again. In fact, I want to go through all of them again, and my physical copy's on the way. So, Jess, we can go through the whole series if you want. That could be a show idea. Let's do it. Let's go. I should probably
Uh-oh.
talk about Parasocial that's been sitting
Oh,
up here.
sure, sure.
Okay, Parasocial I wanted to like more than I did. However, I was looking through my ratings and I gave it 3 stars, I believe. And the more I think about it, the more I think it doesn't deserve those 3 stars. So this is a story we've heard before, and that's no secret. Even the author's like, yo, I know we've heard this kind of thing before, but it's, more modern and different. So it's about
Okay.
this guy on the cover here who goes to a lot of conventions. He's in a sci-fi fantasy kind of show that has a lot of
Okay.
fans. And this girl goes to see him at a lot of cons, goes to get photo ops with him a lot. You will see like hints of things that make sense to anyone going to cons. So that was kind of
Oh.
fun to but of course, she gets very obsessive to the point where
Mm.
she ends up, I don't know, kidnapping him and
Oh.
tied him to a chair, and
Oh.
it gets scary and, very misery, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that realm, which is interesting. And I was like, oh, this will be fun. But ultimately, I got to the end and I was kind of like, that was it? Okay. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. But the more I think about 3 stars, the more I'm like, is that a 3 stars or is that a 2
Yeah.
stars?
I think you
So,
should change it to 2.
I you know what? I think you're right. You know what? I'm doing a live. Do it live.
Yeah.
Doing it live. It's a 2 for me. Yep. Okay. I learned the word parasocial from Kristen. I'm glad I could teach you something, Jess. Great idea. Glad I thought of it. How dare you? Wasn't Tea Dragon Society your thing? I still remember when Jess got Kristen into reading them. James. One day he's
James.
going to believe that, James. He's going to believe what he's saying, and I'm going to be offended.
No one else will believe it, though.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, one more bit about One Piece at the end of the season finale. Okay, RB. Oh, I was gonna say, are you spoiling stuff? I know you're going on about that song. Cool. I still need to read the last Tea Dragon Society book. I've been making them last. Yeah, that's understandable, Batmanda, but you should get on it because it's great. Okay, I also read Born Driven about Wendell Scott, who was the first, I believe the first African American NASCAR driver, and this is about his life, like when he was young, growing up. It was more of like a younger audience book, which is fine. I don't care about that,
Right.
but it felt lacking and kind of surface level, and it was put out by a foundation.
Oh.
And I was reading reviews about it on Goodreads after, and I'm like, I think that's where, like, that's something that hurt it. Like, it kind of felt, I don't want to say corporate because, like, foundation isn't necessarily, but you know what I mean? Like, there was something like,
Was it more like textbook? Like more
kind of
like
like that.
a
Yeah.
history of?
Yeah. But, like, again, for younger audience. But so, yeah, very
Mm,
surface level. Yeah, I thought it was fine, but I gave it 2.
okay.
I ultimately didn't love it.
Oh, boy.
Look at little Buffy.
Is
Buffy looks small in that opposite. Well,
I was
this
gonna
was
say, is she
years
a
ago.
baby? Like, she looks
This was,
very
but
small.
she does look teeny. You're right. She's cleaning her back leg there. Yeah. Great cover. This one, or I mean, this is a good cover.
Yeah, I think he's talking about, Born Driven.
I see Angel and Buffy DVDs in the background. Yep, that's
Wow,
right.
good for you. I don't know how you see that.
I mean, yeah, that's for sure. I'm like, what else is there? Boy Meets World is in the middle of them. Arrested Development.
I
There's
don't
some Friends on the shelf under that, and some Gilmore Girls.
anyone else like, "Huh? How? What? Are you zooming? What's happening?
No, I'm
All
like, I
right.
can recognize the spines.
All right.
Oh, oh, Jess, hey, are you working on any new? I don't know why I clicked it. Brenna Thumler, who does sheets and delicates and lights. Cycle Haven, have you read those? Have we talked about this?
He's hard to the. Come on. Just
Come on,
you and
come on.
Jess always talk about Brenna.
I know, I know. So then I read another arc. This comes out November 7th.
What is
I
this
believe
thing?
I believe this was from Oni Press.
Sorry.
Uh, and Colin Bunn writes it.
Oh,
Jess, I know
okay.
you love Colin. Here's the deal.
Uh-oh.
Let me check my Goodreads. What I
Jess,
give this?
Just put that one on the list too. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
That's
You know what?
that's a
I didn't
flag.
I didn't rate this one yet, but I know what I'm rating it. So
Oh, I just saw Alexandra in the back. My dog. Like there's an animal running around
you
in
just
here.
run by. That's
Yeah.
cute. I missed it. I'm sad. Okay, so this book. Listen, it's about and it's the vibes, right? It's 'tis the season. It's like spooky and there's thriller aspects, I guess. But it's about this girl on the cover there in the dress, and she's an actress and she needs a job. So she goes to this theater because she's answering an ad that was like, yo, we need an actress of this height, this, whatever age.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, right? And she goes to this theater and she's like, this place looks abandoned. Let me just go in. So she goes in, she's like, where is everyone waiting to audition? Because people are on stage rehearsing
Okay.
already. And so she comes up and she's like, is this where all the auditions are? I don't see anyone else. Should I be waiting somewhere else? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. And the woman who's putting it on, she's like, oh no, Jennifer. I forget if her name is Jennifer. I think it is.
Okay. Stephanie.
She's like, oh no, Jennifer, you got the role.
Oh.
And she's like, but I didn't audition. Like, how do you know if I'm any good? She's like, oh no, I saw you in this and this and this. Yeah, we've been waiting for you. You don't
Mm-mm.
have to audition. You already have the role. And she's like, okay. And then the woman's like, okay, go up there and rehearse. And Jennifer's like, I don't know my lines, but I can try, So she goes up
Right.
there and everything's seeming real weird. And everything just starts feeling super weird and she wants to leave, but she can't leave. So ultimately, someone ends up saying, we can't go until we put on this show and we please the audience, which
Oh
there's no
boy.
audience. So all they do is rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until they're supposed to go on. When are they going to go on? They don't know. So she starts asking, well, how long have you been here? How long have you been here? She tries to leave. She can't leave. There's like weird parts to this theater in the back that she finds. And like there's obviously some creepy guy. Listen, it sounds good on paper. And it's not that I wasn't kind of interested throughout. I was kind of like, okay. But then they keep going to like the play, which feels boring. And then they go back to like reality. And then the creepy parts weren't as creepy as I wanted them to be. It was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it. So that's a 2 for me. There's a lot of 2s here. There's a lot of 2s.
Listen, it's gonna happen.
You know.
Did you get to the point where you're like, I don't care if they're stuck in the theater forever. Who cares?
Honestly, yeah. I was like, these people? Yeah, stick them there. Of course, people start dying. And when they die, they're replaced.
Of course.
Someone else shows up and then they're stuck and it's a whole thing. And I'm just like, all right, I don't care. I don't care. But Buffy had a good time. I don't know if we saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's having a blast.
Yeah. So the last thing I actually read this earlier today, is Molgoth. And this is set in like early 2000s, which was a great vibe because that's when I was a teenager, right? And about this goth girl who has a job at the mall, likes hanging out at the mall.
Oh,
Mall.
I love the mall
You
theme.
love the mall, yeah. But this actually got like way deeper than I thought it would go. Like,
Okay.
There's a creepy grooming element to
Oh.
this. Yeah. And there's actually I didn't grab the physical, actually have the physical copy from the library, but I thought I'd put it in here. Um but there's a warning at the beginning, like a content warning that's just like, hey, there are depictions of grooming in this, and if you've experienced something like this and blah blah blah, like you can go here, which was great, and I love that, right? It also just felt like so important for any teenager who could pick this up,
Yeah.
because what happened, I mean, it's not like a spoiler because you're going to immediately know what's going on.
Mhm.
But it's her teacher who makes her feel real comfortable and then crosses lines, right?
Right.
Um, and there's a point where she's even like, and again, this isn't like ruin anything, but she tells someone finally about what happened or what's going on, and she's like, "Well, I don't know what to do because he didn't touch me or anything.
Uh,
There's other things he's doing, right?"
right, right,
But and I just think it felt like so real and important,
right.
especially for like kids who could pick this up and not know, because you're a kid, you're impressionable,
Yeah.
she's 15, not know that what's happening is like super not okay.
Some
And
adults think like that.
a
Oh, well,
1000%.
so let alone a kid, not knowing what's, where the
Yeah.
line is. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 for sure. So the way that was handled and dealt with and depicted, I've actually don't know that I've seen in a graphic novel, let alone like a YA focused one that like kids will pick up.
Nice.
And it was super, like, that was super well done. It was also just an entertaining story and I liked it. So I gave it 5 stars. I think it's important. I really hope
Nice.
that message especially like gets through to some people. It
Mhm.
reminded me, the aspects of that reminded me of My Dark Vanessa, which I read
Oh,
and
okay.
loved. It was like it hurt, right?
Right.
I loved it. I thought it was very well done, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's just really good. I mean, there's a moment, again, I'm not trying to ruin things. It's just like these are the kind of vibes, right?
Mhm.
Like the teacher's like, "Oh, you should read have you read any Nabokov?" And she's like,
Ev
"No." You already
every
know.
every grooming any book
Yes.
that covers they bring up
Yes.
that brings
Lolita
up
every time.
grooming, brings up Lolita
Yeah,
every single time.
every time. But it felt so real too. You're like, "Of course."
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, he gave her a copy of freaking Lolita, and I was like, "No, don't do this.
You
No."
know, it's funny, I've well, not funny, funny's the wrong word, but I have a copy of Lolita, and I do wanna read it someday just because it is brought up so much, in the literary world, in graphic novels, everywhere,
Yeah.
in Dark Vanessa, like you said, and I'm just saying, like, even if I read that book and thought it was, like, the greatest piece of literature I've ever read, I would never gift it to anyone because in all of
No.
these books we read, right, it's like the sign of what all of the groomers do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And it's made me wonder. I've been like, I
yeah,
kinda wanna read it too, just to know, like, what
yeah,
what's making, like, I don't understand. Oh, but yikes, big yikes. And yeah, I would be interested if you read it, if I think you would enjoy it, Mary. I can't be sure, but I think you would enjoy it.
I am definitely curious about it. I didn't know when honestly, I saw Mall Goth and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm interested in that," but then when you start to I had no idea what it was about, and then
Well,
you
yeah, I
started talking
mean,
about all this stuff, so I am definitely curious about it.
I didn't know that either, and I will say, like, you see the cover and you're kinda like, "Oh, fun vibes and a
Right.
Molgoth," right?
Yeah.
And then you open the book and there's a, "Hey, this has depictions of," and I'm like, "Okay, hold on." How great too, as someone like, it's that wouldn't have, like, dissuade me from reading. One,
Right,
if it would have, or,
right.
anyone who needed it under, like, great. But it also got me in, like, a better mindset to be reading it, right? Because
Yeah,
I'm
of
like, I'm
course.
not going into it to just, like, have a fun time at the mall, right?
Right,
There's
right.
actually layers here that are, like, more intense.
Of course.
So I thought that was really well done. So
Is
yeah,
that you said that's out already, right? Because you
it
have a
is.
okay.
Yep. Yep, you can get it now.
What
Um,
what'd we miss?
what did we miss? Let's see. Okay, okay. Everyone's talking to Jess. Okay. Was it hard to pick your favorite supernatural occult graphic novels? Okay, that's still Jess. Wait, here we go. Was that to us? I don't know.
I think it's a
I'll
Jess.
take it.
I
That's
think
still
they
Jess?
were, because I think someone asked him what his next like video ideas were or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, I never read Lolita, but for some reason I have some odd trivia about it. The monkey ship in the Evansville Zoo is mentioned it. Is it? I guess part of
Really?
it takes place there.
Oh, that's
That's
so.
crazy. Okay, that makes me really want to read it actually. So the monkey
What
ship,
what are the chances of that?
and can I tell you about the monkey ship? So
Please.
the monkey ship, yeah, that's our hometown. That's where I grew up. And we would go to the Evansville Zoo all the time. And the monkey ship is this like old wooden ship that all the it had like a whole monkey exhibit in it.
Okay.
Um, and something was going on with it, like it wasn't the best for them or something, so they shut it down. I think it's still there, but like the monkeys aren't on it.
You just like walk through it. Like maybe there's like
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
walk around it or buy it. Yeah.
Well, I could
Um,
guess why. I am
I mean,
guessing
yeah,
why
it's
that's in it now. It's like creepy stuff could probably is going on in it or something.
yeah. Let me see, monkey ship. Yeah, that's true. Monkey ship. Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna see if I can bring up a picture of it. You're like, you don't have to say monkey ship out loud. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Save that down.
By the way, one of the things Jess said, it's all like when you also say this is some nonsense.
Yeah, some nonsense. Yeah. Okay, so this is the monkey ship, but that's back when I think.
Wait, that's in.
Oh, can you like get in it now? That's weird.
Wait a minute. That's like
Lives
in
on
a
imagine.
pool.
Hold on. Can kids be on it? I'm so confused. Hold on. I haven't been there in a while.
Okay, I gotta borrow one of your other lines. What's happening?
What is happening? Hold on. Gets amazing makeover. Okay, I guess hold on. What's the old monkey? Here we go. History of the monkey ship. That's what it used to look like. Not that that looks super different to you, I guess, but
Well, no wonder why it was no good for the monkeys. That does not look big.
I mean, and look at when it got gross. Like, look, it's just like I don't know. Oh, I used to love these. These duck paddle boats.
I'd like for you and Larry to go back there and ride one of those duck boats and take a picture for us.
You know what? We should, Dad. Would you like to do that? I know they had a really like the world's oldest hippo there for a while, I think. Now they're just like, here's some monkeys. All right. Oh, look at that guy.
That's a spider
Oh,
monkey, isn't it?
look at this guy. Well, this is Langer
Oh,
monkey.
I'm pretending like I know all my monkeys. I really
You're like,
don't.
spider monkey. Oh, look at him.
He's real cute.
I love him. Okay. I should stop sharing the monkeys. Oh no.
What happened?
Okay, I got it off. Did you see
Oh,
that?
no.
Oh, weird. Okay. It was just on my end. Sorry.
I thought someone was in trouble in the chat when you said, "Oh no."
No, I clicked a button and it like made everything
Oh,
do something. Yeah. Recently I've read some books I loved and some I almost handed Batmanda. Are you sharing?
I
You
think
gonna
she.
Oh, you're still going. Okay.
Oh, here she goes.
Okay. I'm obsessed with the don't know how to say it trilogy.
The
Mm. Were
trilogy.
you the same? Yeah. Waiting on book 3 from my library. It's a very cool Eastern centric fantasy series, and the world building
Ah.
is incredible. That's fun. Would not recommend Postcards from Summer or Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, the new
Oh.
Nightmare Before Christmas book. Oh, so you hated those? Interesting. Dad, I can't click on that, but you could text that to me. That'd be great. Thank you.
Monkey ship Lolita connection.
Should we
Oh,
all meet at the zoo? Is that what we should do?
class trip.
Class trip. Mary, are you currently reading anything?
Barely, but yes.
No.
So I'm currently reading a cozy.
Mm.
called And Then There Were Crumbs.
I love the title.
See the little
I
dog
love
on the
it.
cover?
Love a dog cover. Cute. Ooh, the
So,
Cookie House mystery. Ooh,
yes, Cookie
love
House
that.
mystery.
Bum.
Help me out, camera. Okay, anyway, this is a recommendation from the wonderful Sue's Book Nook. Um, I got this from the library. I'm not used to getting little mass
Mass
market
markets.
paperbacks from the library,
Yeah, that's fun.
and I don't hate it because it's nice. It's like I was afraid when I like went to pick up my books. I'm like, I was afraid, but it's nice and clean. Like it's not all busted up. But anyway, I'm about probably a little over 100 pages in, and I fell off this week, not because I'm not enjoying it. I think you know this about me with cozy mysteries. I usually end up listening to them,
Mm,
and I'm just really enjoying reading this little fella.
love that.
Um, so it's just basically about this woman who goes to this small town called mm, Coral K. That's what it
Mm.
is. And she's like starting over again. She needs to find a job. On her way there, car breaks down, but she arrives in this small town, ends up getting a job, not the one she thought she'd get. She's working with this grumpy old guy at a bakery, and it's obviously it's called the Cookie House, but they don't sell cookies there. Why, you ask? Well, I can't tell you why,
Oh.
but
Well,
they
now I
he,
want to know.
I know. They only make breads, and it's just I just
Mm.
love, like, all the cast of characters that she's meeting so far. It's just, like it has, like, that small town feel, and when I'm reading this, I'm just totally in. Great escape. Um, there's one thing, and listen, anybody that reads cozy mysteries, you know, nothing bad is going to happen in this book. It's all goodness.
I
It's
mean, maybe with some light murder or something.
light murder, nothing gory, nothing
Nothing
bad
bad, just murder.
nothing bad, just murder of people. But it's done in the most light way, right?
Sure.
You never walk away feeling like, "Oh," like, it's a cozy mystery for a reason. But there's the cute dog. I think his name's Oliver.
Don't tell me.
Nothing bad happens to him, and that's the thing that I know, right?
Okay.
But, they're kinda, like, so, like, "Oh, Oliver doesn't have a home. Everybody in the town takes care of him."
No.
And, like, he'll stay at one person's house for a couple nights, then he's at another person but everybody feeds him, they even take him to the vet, you know, make sure he has all his shots, like, the town vet takes care of him, and I get it, it's a cozy mystery. I get it, like, he's not gonna get accidentally, like, taken by someone bad, he's not gonna get hit by a car, it's a cozy, I understand this, but I need to, like, calm my nerves about it,
Hmm.
and they talk about it a lot. Because this new woman that comes to town, she, like, instantly falls in love with him, and she's questioning everybody, like, "Why doesn't this dog have a ho" I know I'm carrying on and on about this. It's not what the whole book is about, but he's, like, a pretty major character in the book, though. He doesn't have a home, and I have to let it go.
Listen, but what if at the end she gets to adopt him?
That's probably what's gonna happen,
Hmm.
but for
It gets
real,
me too. Yeah.
it's not good for my anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
But that goes to show how much I am enjoying the book because typically I would bail on it already.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's good.
Thank you.
Oh, Light Murder, Jess's new rock band new.
I like that.
It's actually good, yeah.
I like that.
Postcards from Summer was too heckin' long.
Oh, heckin', I like
I
that,
like that.
hecking.
The characters fell flat and the plot twists were predictable, but the characters took way too long to put them together. It's a bummer. The Nightmare Before Christmas book messed with a character's backstory, which I hated. I really love that movie. That's a bummer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a week of kind of some bummer readings too, but is
That
that all
happens.
you're currently reading?
That's all I'm currently reading, yes.
Okay. I am
Right?
currently reading. I am listening to Astor Parker Doesn't Fail. I am further in it. I've been making big chunks lately, actually. And then today, the new Buffy book came out that I had pre-ordered.
On Audible?
On Audible, it's Audible only. It's
Mm.
essentially an audio drama. What's annoying is it's not on Goodreads yet, unless someone added it later after I'd started it. And if they don't, I'm adding it. Go on.
Should I raise my hand?
You just Mary?
The last time I went into Goodreads to try to add something, I think I wanted to add Summer Vacation for Reid.
Mm.
I don't know, who am I doing? Who am I going in and added it? But it's different now. You have to, like, am I wrong? Do you know? I think you have to, like, submit it and then they approve it, or like, it's very
Really?
different. It's not as well, when I
Well,
went in, and I could be wrong, but it was a little more difficult.
are you a librarian?
No.
I am.
What's happening?
So I've never had to approve. Like it just goes up immediately. Like I added Summer Vacation. There's no process. But I'm a librarian, so
Uh,
not like in a library, a Goodreads
okay.
librarian.
Someone help. My brain's malfunctioning.
Hold on.
I'm short-circuiting. What's
Wait,
happening?
we're gonna make a little detour. We're making a little detour. Let me share my
Larry?
screen.
Yes? Cycle someone? That
Hold on, we're
Manda?
making a detour. Let me share it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll get this up for you. Okay.
Just keep saying I'm a librarian. I don't know what's happening. Reid?
All right, are we here? Do you see me?
Okay.
Okay, you got it. I'm going to my profile. Okay.
All right. To
All
borrow one of
right.
your lines again, this is some nonsense.
Goodreads librarian right here.
Where?
Right here. So I click it. And these are things I've done. So I created this one, for instance.
What's happening? Batmanda, thank you.
What?
Thank you,
What's she
Larry.
saying? I can't see them. What are they saying?
Well, Larry said it's because the library knows Kristen is always right. And then Batmanda said, Mary, I'm as confused as you. Yeah,
I'm a
I'm a
librarian.
Kristen.
A Goodreads librarian.
I'm an electrician.
Hold on. Let's I thought there would be a page on it. There has to be somewhere. You know this website's garbage and it doesn't help anything.
Is it like a
I've been a
status
librarian for
because
years, so
oh,
I don't
she's
know.
just gonna keep going.
I thought you could click on that, it would show more than what it showed. Okay, hold on. Let's see. That's not what I want.
Jess is laughing. He said, "What is happening?"
Goodreads librarian. Here we go. What is a Goodreads librarian?
Kristen, apparently.
Yeah, I'm one. Okay. Volunteer members of the site who are dedicated to improving our book data. Librarians can add books to the Goodreads database, edit book and author information, combine editions of books to aggregate ratings, add cover images. Librarians are not Goodreads employees or representatives of the company. That's right. I'm not associated. They cannot edit any user content, such as reviews, if you believe blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you have at least 50 books on your profile and would like to become a librarian, you can apply here.
This is
I clicked here to see the you can't hold on, you can't see it because I didn't hold on. I clicked here to see what it's saying.
Just said
It's like
she's a plumber too.
You're already a librarian, congrats.
And Batmanda thinks that because she said Kristen is the only one. And I wrote puke.
You can apply. Look, you should go there and click that link and see what it says for
Here's
applying.
the thing. If I apply and I
care.
get declined, there'll be no dealing with me.
You won't get declined.
No, I'm just gonna send when I want something added, I'm just gonna request.
Or send it to me and I'll do it.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna request that you
You didn't even know you knew a librarian. It's me.
I don't. What are you trying to pull? What are you trying to pull? Oh, I'm a librarian.
It's me.
And then you just looked at us all, like we would know. Does Reid?
You just laughed and laughed.
Does Reid know that you're a librarian?
I think so.
He does not.
I usually tell people this. I'm like, I'm a Goodreads librarian.
Wait, you normally tell people this? I didn't know. Jess didn't know. Batmanda didn't know. Larry didn't know. I don't think Cycle knew.
It's right there on my
True Graphic Novel didn't know.
It's right there on my Goodreads account. Goodreads librarian is me.
I don't know.
I think you guys can get in easy.
I think it's when you think you know someone. I mean, you just sent this. You and Reid just sent this beautiful gift to me.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know this about you.
Listen, I've told you before that I've added things, and you've never questioned it.
Hold on.
Because I've been like, they
You
didn't have
think I'm
summer
a
vacation. I
librarian?
added that.
I'm a librarian.
I didn't know that non-librarians could add and then go through an approval process. Like, I didn't know that's how it worked for non-librarians.
She just called me a non-librarian.
I didn't know how that worked for you guys.
It's common folk. Wait, I want to see. Well, there's no way I'm a librarian because I ran into that obstacle of, trying to add a book. Your husband's book, and that's how I get treated.
Share your screen and let's live on air go through your application process. You don't want to? It's too much.
We can. We can. Let me at least.
I feel like it's a simple application. I would think. I did this years ago, so I don't know.
Oh really? Oh, it's not a new thing.
No.
All right, let's see.
Years, Mary. I've been a librarian for years.
Oh my god!
Since before I met you, actually.
How come I used to be able to submit? Maybe I got my librarian rights taken away.
Did you get a license revoked?
I got revoked. Something I said about maybe Lucy Foley or something. Oh my god. I can't even get into Goodreads. I think I've been kicked out. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Did you see this comment from Cycle?
Let me see, Lucy.
I'm a bit behind on the video, but I'm starting to wonder now why Omar sent me a copy of Lolita.
Oh, Cycle.
That's scary, Cycle.
If you need us to step in, tell us. Wow, apparently, I didn't even rate okay, I'll do that later. Okay. So I need to go to my profile, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to share your screen?
I know you want me to.
I want to know what you're doing.
Okay. I've never done this. Present.
Yes.
Share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Go to window.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? It's only StreamYard. Do I have to do the entire screen? No.
You should be able to like click the tab you have open.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, here it is. I got it.
Do you got it?
You know, I'm a non-librarian, so I don't know how to really use things that much. Okay. All right, let me know if you can see that.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, well, I didn't even, I want to give this 5 stars.
There you go. You also finished it, yeah. Ooh, live updating on air.
This is I'm telling you, this is exciting.
Isn't it weird not being able to see me?
I'm okay only because I know that.
It feels weird though, right?
Yeah. Oh, you could see some giveaways I entered.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so what am I? Okay, I'm going to my profile. And then it would say it somewhere here.
It would say yeah, under the reviews there.
Oh, you see that? That's Kim's old dog, Sam.
Oh,
he's precious. No longer with us. I know. He's a good boy. Okay.
So you may have to Google like I did because Goodreads is terrible. Goodreads librarian, and then the application thing will come up. I can send you the link if you want.
Could.
But it may be easier for you to just Google it. It's probably somewhere in there, but who knows where? Because Goodreads is crap.
I know, you're right. You see what I'm doing now, or you can only see my old screen?
No, just the one tab.
Okay, so good. Librarian application. Okay, so I have to go back to share this.
God. Yeah, you could like copy paste in that tab.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, share this tab instead.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, okay. You're welcome to apply here. You want to be a librarian, right?
I think so. I don't know if I like what it's done to you, though. You will have 30 minutes to complete. I have to take a quiz.
Do you have to take a quiz? Hold on. I just Oh, we're not in the window anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It keeps opening. It's Goodreads is terrible.
No, it's me.
Oh, you wrote. Okay.
Yeah, it's you have
Take
to
a
pick.
what's the quiz?
Should we take it?
Oh, should we take it?
I don't know.
Just said, don't do it, Mary. Be a contractor instead, or building inspector. Live Goodreads librarian tutorial, Batmanda says.
I don't
Do you want
know.
to take the quiz, or you want to wait?
I mean, we can. I
Oh,
feel
let's
like
do
I
it.
let's do it.
Look, we can all do it together. We'll all be librarians.
I mean, as long as it doesn't ask me any personal information, I doubt it. Oh boy.
Oh gosh. What?
All right. I am already, and now we already lost a minute. You have 29 minutes remaining.
It's timing you now.
The original edition of a book is now out of print. A new edition has just been released. Which of the following is correct? Okay, I am so annoyed right now.
Well, you don't have to be a librarian, Mary. You could just bail. You can be like, forget it. Let's go. Forget it.
Did you have to do this?
You know what? It's been years. I don't remember.
You know what?
But I don't remember this aspect of it, which makes me think they changed it.
This is some elitist bull.
I must have been grandfathered into the librarian system. You're like, forget it.
I don't know.
Oh,
look,
my
Larry
dad
said-
wants to help. He's like, let's go. He's like, take it. Oh, Cycle's
Wow.
a Goodreads Grand High Exalted Mystic Ruler. Ooh.
That's amazing.
Hi, William. Just
Hi,
come back from
William.
NYCC. Who did you see? Who did you see?
Tell us. Oh, uh-oh. It's getting to be that time of night.
Yeah, it is.
I know this morning on my way into work, I saw people like, you could tell they were going. They weren't, I don't mean they were like in their cosplay or anything. I just mean, I saw like, t-shirts and stuff like that.
You can say it.
Nerds. And I was like, oh, I was like, oh,
Aww.
I'm going to work. But I'm good.
It seems like it would be very overwhelming.
Yeah,
Admittedly.
I'm just not up for it. And then, it was funny, during my lunch, I was just like scrolling on my phone and I saw in a couple weeks, there's another pretty cool con that's going on in New Jersey, similar to the one that I went to last time. And it's free admission.
Love that.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't
That's
get me.
worth it alone.
I'm not knocking New York Comic Con. Like it's something everybody should experience, but it is like it's intense. Like that's what I always say, right? So I definitely want to hear what William did and who he met and what he saw and what he bought and all that stuff. I just wasn't up for it this year. That's all.
I feel like New York Comic Con would hurt my feet.
Kristen,
I'm not sure I'd recover. They may fall off.
I don't want to challenge you because I know you're a librarian, but
go to the doctor.
Oh no, I wasn't even going to go there. You have to go to the doctor for your feet.
Yeah,
but you'd have a tough time.
I know.
I don't mean just Kristen would have a tough time. It's like it's a mental and physical.
I'm sure. I can't imagine
Event. But
I'd like to go one day once.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah.
I have a friend who lives like 20 minutes away from me, right? And she goes every year and she does it more like of a like vacation. Like she will stay in the city. She gets the like a 4-day pass, the VIP 4-day pass. And she does it right. She gets she plans way ahead of time, gets a room so that she has a place to go and like whatever she buys, she can just go stash in a room, take breaks.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and she does like a lot of the panels, which I never took advantage of because I would only go for one day. So I think if I do go back, I will go back one year. I want to do it kind of like that, where even though I live right, so close, I think I was a little spoiled at Heroes Con too, because we would buy stuff and we're like, oh, drop it off at the table.
Yeah. It was
like,
the best.
When can you do that? Just because
it's so true. Can you imagine? We couldn't have gotten half the stuff we got if we didn't have that luxury. Like,
right. Or we would have had to have really planned it and like taken stuff back to the rooms. Like,
right.
Which that would have been good. But when I've been to New York Comic Con, I had to like strategically plan what I was buying and like what I could lug around with me.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
I missed some of this, so I'm going to read it. This is like a minister ordained by the internet. Love that.
That's
Ma-
right.
Married to become a librarian, you have to watch Schitt's Creek.
Don't lie to me, James.
I love that. Uh, Mary just calling Kristen out. She's cards and everything. I'll talk about Kristen. I'm glad to see that Tifios is on your favorite read shelf too. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I put it on there a long time ago, and people give it crap, but
Tell
I'd
me
like to
what that is.
revisit it.
I'm struggling.
The Fault in Our Stars, Tifios.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
she's a plumber too.
Yes.
Yeah, he said that. Kristen's the only one that's so funny. Batman is as confused as you were. Yeah, the library knows Kristen is always right.
See?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm back. I'm back in time. We're good.
Cool.
Mary, did you see any Captain Sweatpants guys?
I did not. I say, thankfully, I did not.
This reminds me of when I met Eliza Dushku years ago.
Dush.
Yes, Dush like push.
I want to say douche to doucheku. I want to say, I admit
Guys.
it. Until
I've been
I
saying
met
her name
you,
right since I was a teenager.
and
So
I've been saying it wrong.
you know what I would play? Did I ever told you this? I would play the game I made it up. I
Oh boy.
called Back to Eliza with
Uh-oh.
kids in school. They would be like, "Oh, play Back to Eliza," and it's essentially the Kevin Bacon game, except with Eliza. So they would give me someone, and then I would get them back to Eliza
Can we
through
play
her
now?
movies and TV stuff. You know what? We could play now. I don't know if I would remember as well as I used to, but we
So
yeah.
do you want me or the chat to pick somebody closer to like the heydays of? Because I
You know
feel
what?
like
Let's just see what happens because I don't know. It's been
I
a
might.
very long time.
I think I need Batman's help. I
You're
know I
like,
said
who's an actor?
I'm like I wanted to play this game, and now I can't come up with somebody.
I think it's harder for me now too because like I'm not as invested in media.
I
That's
know.
weird to say with all of this and everything we're talking about.
No,
I
but
think you know
people
what
are
I
like,
mean.
"Oh, did you see this movie?" Nope. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'm sort of
Well, I
the
mean,
same
I have a
with
job.
movies too. Oh,
Well, when you're a teenager, you can dedicate your whole
I
life
got
to
you.
a thing,
I
right?
got you. Yeah, I know. We
So,
have had a lot more free time then.
yeah. Maybe you can get a press pass for NYCC because you're Goodreads librarian and the CEO of the Comic Slayer. If only. If only. Oh, your favorite book, Batmanda? I love that.
You know
I love
what?
that.
You and Batman are always talking about this book, and I see it all the time in like library sales. I should just grab a copy for. I know I can also borrow it, but
I think Batman and I are both huge John Green fans as well. He's a
yeah,
lovely human. I know I've said it a few times. Specifically want you to listen to the Anthropocene Reviewed because
I know. I
I
need to.
genuinely think you're going to love it. And
Okay.
he narrates it and it's just so good. It's so good. And that's I think a perfect commute book too
Yeah.
because he talks about little things so you can put it down easy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm excited to go to Slayer's panel tomorrow. That's exciting.
Oh.
That one is really good too. Yeah.
William, do you do the 4-day pass?
Good question, Will, to William. Batmanda, I do want to ask you, have you heard John Green narrating Tifios? Because it's my favorite. Obviously, that was not his original choice. Like someone narrated the book because it's from a girl's perspective. But then people demanded that he put out a version of him reading it because he's really good at it, but also so he did put it out, and I have like the CDs of it somewhere.
Oh wow.
So I got it back when that happened, and I listened to it that way. It's so good. Anyway, just curious if you've heard that, Batmanda. It's probably on YouTube or something if you haven't.
Is that what we say? We say Tifios.
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 I've never listened to the audiobook before. I've reread it many times. Oh, again, I haven't listened to like the regular audiobook, but the version that John reads, it's so good. It's so good.
I love
but
that
yeah.
Batmanda seems to reread a lot.
Mm.
And I love that. I wish I did that
I
more,
love
but
it too.
I get stuck in my own mindset of, well, I have so many books I haven't read yet, and there's so much to watch. And meanwhile, I don't focus on either of those categories either. It seems.
I get it. I totally get it. I feel like I've reread more this year than ever, and it's
I
been
think so
nice.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been nice. There's something like comforting about it, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, that's they say. Did I really just say
Those
that?
people.
They say that. No, really. Especially with TV watching. Not that it can't relate to other things, but if you deal with any kind of anxiety, a lot of times that's why you like that feeling of watching, the same
Mm,
shows. You know what's going to happen. You already like the shows, the content. But
yeah.
obviously that applies to listening to music and reading and all that too.
Yep. So true. William says, sadly, no 4-day passes were already sold out. When I got one, had to buy all 4 days individually. Quite overpriced. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
All right. Well, you know what? You enjoy it, so it's worth it that in that way.
Batman would be curious what Mary thinks of that book. I do think there would be parts of it where you'd be annoyed. I do think that. But I would also be curious.
Because of cute factors?
No.
Oh.
No, because of other things.
Oh.
Not necessarily cute things. But I can just see you being like, that's annoying. Like, just being like, this guy or something. I actually finished rereading another book today. I try to reread my favorites every once in a while. What book was that, Batmanda?
We're gonna ask. We're
Yeah.
nosy.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Is it
Where are you at?
Munin? Where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at,
It's morning.
yo?
Where you at? It's
I
night
can't pull
here.
off saying yo, can I? Where you at, yo? I
Yo,
can't
where
pull
you
that
at?
off. Yeah.
Do you have any books, Mary, that you would like to? I did start the Slayers, a Buffyverse story. At this again, it's essentially an audio drama. I did start that, and I'm very excited about it.
How
It is
how
like a
far?
full production. Like it's a situation.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, it's essentially an audio drama. I'm not that
Yeah.
far. I'm just in the first chapter,
Okay.
which is from Spike's perspective. And as you guys know,
He's your
he's
fave.
my fave.
Oh my god.
I'm actually seeing him in December.
In his band?
Yeah. Which his band, when they broke up, I think I was in elementary school, like the later, is that can't be right. That doesn't sound right. Hold on. No, I couldn't have been. That's just wild. Okay. I was probably middle school then. I think it was in middle school. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, when
I'm
his
bad at
band
that
broke
kind of
up,
thing.
they've since gotten back together. But when his band broke up, I cried and cried.
Aw.
I cried anyway, so I'm very excited. The Netherlands.
Is
Sort
he
of the middle of the night, but can't sleep.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
I
thanks
feel
for
that
being here.
maybe we'll bore you back to sleep.
Well, we'll try our best.
You missed it earlier. We had our Goodreads accounts up, and we were trying to figure out how to get librarian status for me. I got
Yeah.
annoyed at the quiz they asked you to take.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
Mira, there's probably like 10 minutes left on that quiz. You
I know. I exited out of it.
You're like, no.
Watch, if I go back in, they'll be like, "Well, you already opened this. Your time is expired."
Oh yeah. Sorry, you can't be one. Jess, I'm sorry you have to go, but good luck organizing. And thank
Yes,
you for
good
being
luck.
here. Thanks for popping in, friend.
Absolutely.
This was your moment. You were amazing. What about me? I mean, she's amazing all the time.
Hey.
But what about me? I said all the time.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Kristen.
The Haunting of Hill House seemed appropriate for this time of the year. I'm about to reread Jane Eyre for the first time, and I'm kind of nervous. Hope I enjoyed as much as the second time. I still need to read it for the first time. Look, I know what's going on with the attic, okay? It's been ruined for me.
Spoiler.
I just said what's going on. I didn't say what was going on. But I'd like to read it.
Batmanda, I will commit to this. I want to reread. I want to reread Jane Eyre before the end of the year.
Oh, look at you.
Because
with goals.
Book goals. Because because I really enjoyed it the first time, but I think it's you get more out of it. That's definitely a classic you'll get more and more out of, and I just was carrying on how I think it's so cool that Batmander rereads a lot,
Yeah.
so that would be a great one for me to jump into.
A buddy read.
Oh. Oh.
We'll see. I watched the part I missed later as well. Thank you for doing that. We
Oh,
appreciate
cool.
that.
Yeah, I
Very,
hope
very nice.
I will be curious to know. I don't know if you use Goodreads or not, but I'm curious after you watch that if you knew about this librarian status.
Yep,
Spoiler,
that's a
Kristen has it and I'm a non-librarian.
please in the comments let us know later on if you're watching this later. Did you know about Goodreads librarian status? Are you a Goodreads librarian? Are you going to become one now that I mentioned it? Did you do the quiz?
And did you pass it?
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder about that too. I'm like, what's your percentage? Do you think it's like in school? Like you have to have at least like a 60% to pass?
Probably.
You're like, I don't know. Netflix series 5th anniversary. I haven't
Oh.
watched it.
I have not either.
Amanda, what's your thoughts? Accidental buddy reads here. Love this.
Love it too.
I talked about rereads is the way I feel about re-rolling characters in Bethesda RPGs. Oh, this guy's a nerd. Skyrim, Fallout 4, and now Starfield. Except this is like a second shot at life, but knowing the answers.
Well,
Wow.
I need to ask what re-rolling is. Is that playing the same character?
I would assume that's what that means. I've
Okay.
never heard the term either.
See?
I do use Goodreads, but I had no clue there was a librarian status. I'll have to look into it now.
Okay, I feel like there's another one in my non-librarian group.
Also, I would encourage anyone watching who has Goodreads and wants to friend us because I don't know about you, but I like seeing people pop up on my
Oh yeah, me
feed. You know,
too.
I don't have a ton right now, so
Yeah, that'd be cool.
it's up on there. I'm sure James will throw that in there eventually. He's good at links. Sorry,
you
I
have
think
to
I
be
asked. Yeah, we both got there.
I came unprepared.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I definitely wanna finish continue, I won't say finish, I know better. And then there were crumbs. I'm working on that.
Good.
Um,
Love that.
I think because and I'm not just saying this because you just gifted it to me, but I think I wanna go for Cody and the Creepies.
Love that.
Because you've talked about it so much, and the art looks awesome,
'Tis the
and
season.
I was gonna ask you that, is it a 'tis the season thing?
Yeah, there's a ghost.
Ooh.
Creepy.
By the way, speaking of ghosts, Kim wants to dress, Alexander, for those who don't know, Alexander, our dog, as Wendell from Sheets.
That's cute.
And so my response was, "Oh, okay, I'll order a little dog ghost costume." No, she wants to and she says, "We," but "we" means me. So I'll be the one trying to cut the pillowcase because he's short,
Oh,
you know.
yeah. He's a
So a
short guy.
sheet is not gonna work. A pillowcase will do just fine. And then I'll be the one that has to put it on him. It'll be a whole thing. So I kind of ignored the request. Oh, sorry. Um,
That's so
so
cute, though. I love
yeah,
that idea.
it would be cute. I mean, most people would just think he was a ghost, but we would say he was Wendell.
Love that.
Um, I don't know if I'm gonna start this week, but I wanted to show you something I bought from Amazon, of course. Sorry, I know not everybody approves, but I bought this Sherlock Holmes pastiche. It was like $4, $4.97. Murder at the Savoy and Other Stories.
Nice.
It's a nice floppy.
Oh, we love a floppy.
So, it's I didn't always know what pastiche meant. So, it's just it's not from the original Sherlock Holmes storyline. And there's like a million people that write them. So it's fun to try to find ones that you enjoy. And this is an author. This guy is Mike Hogan. And it's put on Mike Hogan Books. Well, there you go. That's who
There
publishes
you
it.
go.
actually Sue's Book Nook has held up some of his books. So I was curious. So it's like something that's always been in my wish list. And then when I saw the price drop to $4.97 and all the other books are like 12 something, I'm like, all right, this is a
Mhm.
good chance to try it. So
For sure.
we'll see. Maybe I'll start that. And then I went to a library sale this week. If you follow me on Instagram, that's my Instagram right there on the screen if you'd like to follow. But I posted all these books that I got at a library sale. So again, I'm not saying I'm definitely going to start these this week, but they could be possibilities. Um, I've never read Mutiny on the Bounty, and I found this beautiful little copy, and
It's
I think
cute.
it was 50 cents. I mean,
Oh,
can
we
we
love
eat
that.
right?
Yeah.
Um, so that's possibility. And um, I had these are all prose books. I had some other stuff that I'm forgetting. I feel like I had some stuff digitally, comics wise, but now I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, I know Kristen, you've probably seen this book a million times, right? Sanatorium.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's one of the Reese's Book Club books. I've heard people say that this is like a slow burn. Some people are like, "Bleh, it was boring," and then other people enjoyed it. So I think this one was a quarter. I think that the library sale was like hardcovers 50 cents. This was a quarter. How could I was like, all right.
Amazing. Yeah.
So we'll see. And again, I'm not saying I'm reading all of these. They're just the possibilities. And
Mhm.
I'll go one more because you'll enjoy this edition. Um, it's again from the library sale, but it's a Barnes and Noble exclusive. Um, this is a very popular title too. If we were villains, have you seen this one?
I haven't, no.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's just one I saw pop up on BookTube a lot, but it has the black
Mm.
edges. I thought you'd enjoy that.
I love it. Love gilded edges. Love it.
You want me to go one more because it has nice edges.
Yeah. Do
Don't
it.
ask don't ask me what this book is about, but you're just gonna love the cover. Ready? I mean, look at this thing.
I would have, yeah. It's
You would have
like,
bought it too.
yeah, 50 cents or something. I would have bought it for
Yeah.
that.
Our
Absolutely.
Tragic Universe. This is another book that Sue's Book Nook has held up. Um,
Oh, it's beautiful.
gorgeous, right?
Mary, it's
I don't know if you
beautiful.
could tell. It's like in I mean, this is an ex-library book. It's gorgeous. Some of these books are obviously like the one was a Barnes and Noble exclusive. Some are donated to the library, but then some of these were ex-library books. And you could see the little thing on the bottom there.
Beautiful.
Um,
That's beautiful.
but Scarlett Thomas, there's another book that was very popular. Oh, it has even the little thing
Oh, cute.
inside. I want to say Popco. Popco, yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of that book.
No.
The End of Mr. Y. But anyway, that was another one. I have all these sitting on my desk in hopes that they inspire me to pick them up.
Love that.
But you know how it goes. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I have all these books here. Let me start this other thing.
1000% know that. James is killing it with the links. My
Ah,
Goodreads, your Goodreads, Reid's Goodreads. Thank you, James. That's lovely. But Amanda's still working on her fall TBR. Jane Eyre's probably next. Also want to read some Robert Frost and maybe start reading Sandman.
Sandman,
Oof.
it's a big
It's a
one.
battle. Yeah. Did you notice the Easter egg about pillowcases in sheets?
I don't think so. Do you know?
I don't know what this reference is. No.
Hmm.
Jess is organizing his books. I thought we were both going with the random disorganized piles aesthetic.
It must
That's
be
wild.
right. If he's organizing, it must be like out of
A prop.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grabbed some graphic novels I would like to get to. I think this stack is actually really reasonable for
Okay.
me. We'll see. And this is, of course, I mentioned it earlier. I Hate This Place is in it.
Nice.
As well as Baby Teeth, Volume 1,
Oh.
which a lot of people talk about. It's Donny Cates.
Yeah.
Aftershock. I got it for dirt cheap somewhere. I forget where. But yeah, it looks really creepy. I'm like looking through it, like, I don't even know what I can show. There's a lot of blood. But the season. I also picked these two up at Heroes Con. This cult classic. This one's a creature feature. These are from Vault. And they're very much like old movie vibes, but they're all like
Oh,
creepy horror, I think. So cult classic, that one. Here's Return to Whisper. So there's 2 of these.
ooh, that
And then
cover's cool.
yeah, right. And then I also picked up Dead Day from Aftershock, and this one I believe I also got at Heroes Con. So we're finally getting to some Heroes Con books here.
Well done,
You,
Kristen.
will I like these? Who knows? If I don't like them, I'm real stoked to get rid of them, to be honest. So,
Right?
you
How about
know,
I got rid of a Heroes Con book that I didn't even read. Can you
you got
guess
mad
which
at
one?
it, right?
Can
Is
you
that the one you
guess?
opened and got mad at? Or
Oh,
is it a different one?
okay, maybe there are 2.
Oh, I know which one. Hold on. The Tower.
I'm like, I'm not
Ooh.
dealing with that. It was like barely $5.
Too bad
Bye-bye.
Jess isn't still in the chat.
He'll enjoy that, right?
Oh yeah, I was so happy to get rid of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth your time. It's really not. There's some things I've had like on my shelf, kind of like some of these really, where I'm like, I don't know if I'll love this. And if I don't, I'm stoked to get rid of it. And I want to read
Yeah,
more of that lately, you know?
I get it.
So that's the plan. Oh, there's a drawing in the background of a Sheets panel that's in the ghost world where it's implied that the ghosts of pets are pillowcases. Oh, I think I remember this actually. I'll have to like reread Sheets and look out for it,
Oh.
but also cute.
Oh. I don't know, I just got
Like,
sad.
no, I'm sad. Yeah,
Oh
it's a
my
little
goodness.
sad.
I don't know why I'm telling this story, but I already started. Speaking of being sad and the ghosts of pets or whatever, last night I was walking Alexander, like, on his last walk, of the night, and I ran into one of our neighbors who, has a dog, Henry, and Henry and Alexander hate each other, but she was walking by herself, right? And I was like, "Oh, hi, Barbara. How are you?" Whatever. And she was petting Alexander, and she was like really quiet. And she like when she picked her head back up after petting him, she was crying. And Henry's no longer with us.
Stop.
I felt so. It was the last thing I expected. Like
Oh,
every night, take Alexander out, last walk. We often run into her, but she likes to walk, so she's like walking around the building. And I was so sad. She was,
that's
like, really,
awful.
really busted up. So maybe a little Henry is out there, you know,
In a
in a little
pillowcase.
pillowcase trying to visit his family.
Oh.
I know, I know.
And with
Why am I
that note,
with that note, wah, wah.
oh, that is sad. Also have a pile of books to donate to our local indie bookstore. I've been better about getting rid of books I don't love. Batman, I love that for you. I love that for anybody. I feel like
I
Mary, you
know.
and I have been better at that this year as well.
I feel like we try, but then do it, and then
And then
there's
we
a
get more.
library. There's a library sale. There's a
Yeah.
red text. It's just I don't know, but I guess if we didn't get rid of any, it'd be really out of hand.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Alexander popped up.
Hi, bud. He's like, "Are you talking about? Are you telling them about Henry?"
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, you need me to make it depressing. You did not, Batmanta.
No,
No,
it's
that's yeah. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that when I reread Sheets for sure. Okay, well, I think we did it.
I have one more thing to
More
show.
thing, yeah.
I bought a thing. If Freddie was here, he'd especially enjoy this.
You bought a thing. Let's make it big. I love it so much. She's so cute.
Isn't she
Oh,
adorable?
she's so excited.
I
I
mean,
love it. That's so
these
cool.
figures are awesome. These Scotty Young inspired.
That's so cute. Yeah, I need
Thanks.
that one. I need that one. So cute. Love it.
Okay. That's all I have left.
James is saying there's a pros book channel and OmniDogs about Discord with everyone's links. Oh, cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, thank you for that. Those Scotty Young
Right?
figures are so cool.
I'm not even a figures person, but ever since we met Scotty Young at Heroes Con, I'm just like,
Well, those are like the best ones too. And I mean, I've shown this one. This is the only one I have,
yeah,
and this one's like one of the plastic ones.
I
That's like
know.
less fancy than the other ones, but It's still so cute, and I love them so much.
Adorable.
Love them.
Yeah, I have 4 of them, and sorry. I just wait for them. I just, like, stalk them on Amazon, and then once they get in the $30 low 30 range, I'm willing
Mhm.
to add them. But I got Vision for, like, $18.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think that's still up there for pretty cheap too. And I got
Mary?
Squirrel Girl for pretty cheap too, right?
I really want the Squirrel Girl one, like, more than maybe any other ones.
Yeah,
And
this
that
one,
and the Thor that you just got. I mean, I love those 2 so much. Yeah.
Squirrel
Oh,
Girl is real for
look at
those.
her.
Oh, her tail's real heavy.
Wait, I'll make you big again.
Yeah, those
She's so
teeth.
cute.
Jess, you want
I
some
was gonna say
Jess?
Jess still needs to be. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get that one. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mary, for being here as always.
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate you having a non-librarian on the show with you
Listen,
every week.
you're
It's
my
really
favorite non-librarian.
you're my favorite librarian.
Thank you so much. I'm the only one you know. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We
Yes,
appreciate it. Thanks,
absolutely.
Dad. Thank you
Thanks,
for that.
Larry.
My wife gave me a little Deadpool years
Oh,
ago. I still would like you to rock it one day. I love that.
me too. I love Rocket and
What a
Deadpool.
great gift, too. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. And if you're watching this later, please let us know in the comments what you're reading. If you saw anything here that you're like, I need that, like that Squirrel Girl figure, Jess.
Right? Jess?
All right. Let us
Jess,
know.
Kristen's gonna start working on that, project of ripping out the pages of the
Mhm.
manga that you're interested in, or
Yep.
maybe
Let me
not.
know. It's going to take forever. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.